Right now, some new concerns emerging about the president's executive amnesty program, and they center on election fraud. Chief political correspondent Carl Cameron live in Washington with that. Carl.
Hi, John. Congress is taking a look at the potential consequences of the president's executive action, which defers deportation orders for some 4.5 million undocumented immigrants already in the U.S. The principal worry is that once they're able to get driver's licenses or a Social Security card, they'll be able to register to vote with those documents, even though, as non-citizens, they're not legally entitled to vote. The White House got a letter last month from the Secretary of State of Ohio, where it was discovered after the 2012 election that some 270 non-citizens were able to register to vote. Only about 17 of them actually did, but it illustrates the loophole and concern about the president's current executive actions. Quote, by enabling millions of non-citizens to access valid forms of types of identification required to register to vote, the recent executive actions have increased the risk that non-citizens may illegally register to vote and vote in our elections.
It's important that only citizens are participating in our election process. The president's action gives access to 5 million people to get Social Security cards and driver's license. Those are the documents used in our state to register to vote.
While Republicans say they're trying to protect the integrity of the electoral process, Democrats point out that most of the new immigrants don't vote in large numbers, and they're too busy trying to start their lives, and that the right is simply anti-immigrant.
The last thing on their minds is fraud and vote. They understand that they are not being made citizens of this country through this process. So I think these are just red flags that people who are against immigrant communities are using to scare America.
Just this past December, the U.S. Supreme Court let stand Arizona's decision to issue driver's licenses in 2012 to young immigrants brought to the U.S. illegally by their parents. The decision wasn't signed by any of the justices, who upheld the practice without any kind of a comment. John?
And the arguing goes on. Carl Cameron in Washington, thank you.
You bet.